Welcome guys. So this video we're gonna be talking about ND filters for your Mavic 4 Pro. Now I purchased my filters from Korea, from same seller that I got my drone from, and they're over 200. They're 230, 13 up to 250. Depends who you're gonna buy it from. Now, originally, I was thinking about just getting set of these filters through Amazon, but when I start kind of looking into different filters, I've noticed kind of mixed reviews. So, for example, there's this company like KNF Concepts, and let me show you. So, this is KNF Concept filters. They're $54 versus the ones that I got, like I said, 218, 230, right? Big difference. I mean, that's kind of quarter of the price. Of course, it's going to be less painful to get it for 54 bucks. And then you go through these reviews. For example, so let me see. This is where I kind of call this bullshit on them. And I'll explain in a second. Yeah, it's just there's just way too much AI kind of reviews, or at least it seems like, because look, all these reviews, positives, are Amazon Vine customer review of free products, okay? And let me see, this one is in German, so I'm not even gonna bother. So I've been using this KNF Concept ND filter with my DJI Mavic 4 Pro for the past few days. I'm genuinely impressed with the quality and performance. The filters are extremely well made, blah, 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 lightweight, clarity and sharpness. Filters come in compact, well-designed plastic case, which makes them easy to carry and store safely. I also appreciate the inclusion of small cleaning cloth. Okay, another one. The ND filter set previously upgraded my drone footage, polarized filter. It's like all these are, like I said, they just kind of seem to be written by an engineers. Various lighting situation. Each filter features lightweight aluminum. So like if you read the description of this filter from this company, this is where you're technically reading, right? There was one review that didn't have that Amazon Vine customer review or free product, and the guy simply said that when he installed the filters, he could not focus. The cameras couldn't focus, and that review seems to be gone. This is the only one, like I said, that actually had a review and technically just kind of put down like what his experiences, and like I said, that review is gone. Everything else that you see, it's when you read them, it's like it's not naturally written. It's just too technical, or they just pick they just pick the content from the description from the seller or the manufacturer. Now Canon Concept, I've had their gear before. They're pretty decent, but then I'm thinking, okay, am I gonna spend $50 on something that actually might not work for a $3,000 drone, or should I just spend that $200 and get actual genuine DJI filters? And that's what I did. I just placed an order. These usually, the drone and the filters, it took about 4 days to come from Korea down to Indiana, which is pretty quick. And like I said, and so I'm gonna show you how the filters look. All right, so let me put this on a box so I have my hands free. All right, okay, so there's the box, plastic, DJI logo. Now this case is kind of the pockets are a little bit loose, because I've noticed these fell out, or you just have to press them harder. But that wouldn't be the problem, because technically what I have to do is put a little strip of felt, and it's just gonna hold them firmly. So you have your ND64, ND32, ND8, and ND16. And like I said, you know, when you do a review of anything, like, I mean, if I'm gonna do a review of underwear, you know, I'm not gonna say, oh, this is made out of 98% cotton and 2% of silk, and the rubber band is, you know, it's got an 8-pound pressure on my waist, it feels really good. Now you're gonna say, like, it's a nice underwear, it's made out of cotton, it keeps, you know, my butt protected, but it's a little bit tight in my crotch area, and it's, you know, blocking the blood flow to my testicles. Like, you know, instead of like saying, oh, the thread is 98, it comes from Greece, you know, the cotton, and the colors are, you know, derived from beads. I don't know, I just, like I said, it's these reviews on Amazon, they seem kind of, like I said, more and more artificial. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the same flight. So, and like I said, my drone is ready. So I'm gonna go up right now. So we have a sunny day. So I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna do like a minute footage. Okay. Then I'm gonna bring it down. Then I'm gonna install the ND8. I'm gonna do the same thing. Then AD16, ND32, and then the ND64. So you actually have a comparison how these actually look and how these work. I'm gonna, let me see what my camera is set up to. So my ISO is gonna be technically in auto. Storage, let me see. No. So video, okay, so I'm doing 1080, 48, EV, so I had my, I'm gonna set to 0, and everything's gonna be down to auto. I'm not gonna change any more options, like I said. So I'll take it up. Everything should be nice and green. Like I said, there's a lake, there's a sun, because it's early in the morning, so it's gonna be bright. So I'm gonna do 360 with the camera, and then I'm gonna bring it down and just keep changing the filters. So you'll actually get the footage of these filters and how big of a difference they make, and then you can decide if you want it or not. But like I said, and you know what I'm gonna do? So I'm gonna shut off the drone. Let me see. I'm gonna go get the drone, and we're gonna, because I actually haven't tried them, nor I have installed them yet. I was kind of waiting. We had a very rainy weather for a whole week. So we're gonna install it, and we'll install the filters, see how they install and all. Peekaboo. All right, so let me shut off the drone. I don't want to force the camera while the motors are engaged. All right. I just did a couple different reviews, so pardon me my mess. Like I said, it's kind of got things all over the place. All right, so let's do the footage here. Okay. Oh, by the way, the box. Okay, so here's the gimbal. So let's pick number 8. Okay, so they have these little tabs, 1, 2, and 3, and some sort of a magnet to kind of hold them in together. So right now, as you see, there's a cap on here, so I'm guessing you gotta twist it like so. It comes off. There is some connection prongs here. Let me see if any of that is actually doing anything. So, okay, so yeah, these are not connected to anything, but I'm guessing there's gonna be something that you're gonna be able to attach here. Gonna be able to attach here and something that you can probably, I don't know, adjust, like another lens, maybe for zoom or whatnot. Okay, so it's just a simple twist. Now, this is gonna be, like I said, it's, you know, the pluses of these filters is they'll protect your camera. As you see, this is technically, oh shoot, you know what? So this cover actually is a glass. I thought it was the glass is so clean. I thought there was nothing there. So that's actually nice. So this is glass. So it will protect your lens from any damage. Okay, so yeah, simple as that. So we're gonna twist it off. So we twist off counterclockwise to remove. Now, on the original cap, it says Hasselblad. So I guess on, oh, this one's got a little H on it too. So it's still Hasselblad. Okay, twist it off. So, all right, this is gonna be it. Like I said, I'm gonna take a flight, try to be within about a minute or so, and then I'm gonna stitch up these videos and what do you call it, and I'll post them on the YouTube for you guys later to see if it makes a difference, if it's worth for you or not, because like I said, these are not cheap. And personally, I've purchased these, you know, before, like these off brands, or you know, what do you call it, which I had a pretty good luck with, like the Mini 4 and such. But like at this point, like I said, this camera is incredibly capable, and yeah, if you're gonna spend this much money for whatever, and you know, for the drone, and then you might just kind of cheap out on these filters, and it's gonna give you issues, you know, then it kind of defeats the whole purpose. That's why this time I kind of went with the brand name. And I'm guessing that, you know, DJI, when they designed these ND filters, they kind of, you know, I mean, DJI does a pretty good job when it comes to cameras and such. Whoever gets involved, you know, in these projects, that the glass and everything that they use is going to be high quality. And like I said, this is all made out of plastic. But as you see, each of the ND, it's got a little different tint to it. So that means the coating is different. And if you kind of contemplating what these actual filters do, somebody said, you know, like, these are like sunglasses. So they get rid of the flare, they improve the contrast, also how the camera sees things, and what do you call it? It's just overly, I mean, the footage with good ND filters is, especially in the sunny days, comes out really nice. And then I use an ND filter during the little bit lower light kind of situation. So when it's, you know, when it gets a little bit darker. All right, guys, so I'm turning on the drone. It's ready to go. I'm gonna put it up. Thank you for the dance. And I'm gonna start making the videos. All right, guys, see ya. All right, guys, so I already did 4 flights. So no ND filter, just the regular original cap. And I did 8, 16, 32. Now I'm gonna be on the last one, 64. And so mind you that I'm starting going up, camera facing the lake. Okay, so like I said, it's morning. The sun it's getting up there. So I'm starting towards the lake, and the sun is behind us, behind the camera. So I go towards, there's this bunch of these houses with different colors. So, you know, it'll give you an idea of the colors, and then you have a little bit, maybe the color from the water, right? Try to hit the sky, turn around. So when I turn around, we're facing sun. So obviously there's gonna be a lot of light. And let's say that like once I was even on a ND32 facing sun, colors do kind of wash out, but I'll say that with every ND filter, the higher I go, the colors are just starting to look nice. The green looks very nice. The houses of, you know, the color of the houses also are coming out. So this, you know, they kind of like, it definitely helps, especially in a sunny day. If there's a lot of clouds and such, obviously, you know, that's not going to be a problem. But for regularly, like these do actually look really, really good. Now, the drone is on, so I try to see if there's going to be any problem to put the filters on while the camera is actually on. So, but it's not. Just, you know, don't make a lot of movement, twist them off. Don't force your kind of, you know, way in. Now these filters, when you put them on, when you put them in, sorry, into the case, they snap in, and make sure, that's why they were loose, because they were just put in there, nobody pushed them all the way in. And where you see these letters, like the ND and for Hasselblad, they're supposed to face outside of the case, not towards inside of the case, it seems. Let me see, I don't know if there's a difference or not, but they just kind of snap in nice, much nicer. There you go. And now, like I said, they don't fall out like they're falling out before when I received them. So somebody just kind of put them in, they didn't snap in all the way in. And if you see kind of inside, see there's these little tabs, and these little tabs, I guess, you know, help them to sit, whoopsie, my bad, sit kind of flush and in place. The inside, it's a very nice soft material. Overall, it's like I said, it's a very nice case, but I would not expect any less from DJI. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna put the drone out. Okay, let's see how the 64 is gonna look like. All right, let's get the remote. Press and hold, take off.
Take off.
Okay.
Home point updated.
Record. Okay, so at least per what I see, the greens look even better. So okay, so we have water. Let's go down a bit. The camera, let's bring the drone a little bit higher. Sky looks a little bit muddish still, but it actually does even right now. Like I said, it's a little bit on a colder day. So with the 64, the sky looks way better than it did without any ND filters. Even there's a big difference between the 32 and 64. So just much better. That's actually a huge improvement. Okay, so same thing, the color looks better. Okay, let's zoom in on the homes. So to give you guys a better idea when it comes to the color. I'm gonna swipe left. A little bit higher. Okay. So now we're gonna go towards the sun. I'm Level up the camera so the center is between the sky and the tree line. Okay, so now we're facing the sun. So the green looks much darker, obviously because of the exposure. Let me, okay. If you see some clouds, but like I said, it's okay. Now, since we're out of the clouds and sky, your tree lines and everything look bright. Like this really comes down to, so these filters make it, like I said, if it's you just have a regular, you know, don't record sky that much, and you're not pointing towards, like I said, towards the sun. I mean, the colors are just, let me zoom out. The colors are just beautiful. Like I said, the green pops out really nice. Way better with, like I said, just out of the box, see way better than without the ND filters. So they make a huge difference, as you see. Now we're gonna go towards up again on that 64, how everything changes. Still, you know, like I said, I mean, still much better considering, you know, how hard it is to get a good footage, especially in situations like that. So we have a lot of like overexposure. All right, and like I said, I'm not a professional, but for what we've been dealing here, like I said, it's yeah, these filters definitely work. And you know, it really comes down to the cost of the
Return to home.
cost of these filters, if it's worth it or not worth it for you. But I'm kind of guessing that, you know, if you're okay, I stop recording.
Landing.
Got it. And I'm guessing if you know, you can buy a drone for $3,000-4,000. I think $200 kind of, you know, plus it's going to be a good investment. And voila, you gotta love this guy, man. I love this drone. It's it is so much fun. What do you call it? Like I flew my Mini Pro 4 Mini Pro in Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, like technically anywhere I go. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the trip still this year, hopefully, but I'm kind of looking forward to do to take this one because, like I said, a Mavic 4 is just so much more capable when it comes to, like I said, just the quality of the cameras, and you know, now you have zoom and the speed. The only thing that I'm planning to kind of improve on this one is that the range is very similar to Mavic 4, It's not a lot. Like like I said, you can max out the range pretty quick. These antenna boosters that I bought, I kind of figured why not. I mean, you know, they're cheap, but they're obviously do not work. So I'm just gonna invest and I'm gonna buy the RC2, which has an extended range. And yeah, once I get that, I probably hope maybe I'll get it ordered like tomorrow, and then I'll do comparison. Same thing as when it comes to the range, the difference between the RC2 and RC2 Pro, and see how much extra range we can get out of that new remote. Because right now, you know, you have to get it from China. I don't even see anybody in Korea selling it. And if they do, it's 1,400 bucks. From China, it's 1,200 bucks plus tax. It's not cheap by any means. But then if it works out, I'm just gonna sell the original remote that this drone came with, and like I said, it should cut the cost down to about 900 bucks. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. Like I said, I'll stitch everything up right now, and I'll post the video shortly. And thank you for watching this video. And if you disagree with me, oh well, you know, like I said, I'm a amateur. I'm not a professional. For me, it's just what do you call it? It's just a hobby. So it is what it is. All right, thanks.